this thing fizzing or nothing or blow up, so it must not be like mixing bleach and ammonia or anything. Yeah, let's drive an Alka-Seltzer in it and see what it does.
We're started.
I'm only one man.
Just I am Lebowski.
Men make cars. Cars don't make men, you know. We took our little break. I went ahead and went back there. First, I did a little lean test. Teeter-totter over on top of me or anything. Make sure it is securely on the jack stands pretty good. Not pretty good, really good. I went back and kicked my chop and got it tighter up underneath the tire. So now I got the old Z Creeper. I like the old Z Creeper. I don't know if anybody else has got one of these. There's an old Big Red that works pretty good too. I did have a Bone Creeper that went with that. I think it's like Big Red's twin or whatever. But they call it a Bone. It wasn't really comfortable. But anyways, I'm getting ready to roll up under here. Lebowski, you'll probably have to crawl up under here. I don't know what size the oil plug is, so I'm taking a 13, 14, and a 15. I could look in the book, but surely to God it'll be one of them. Actually, I have seen a big 16, I think, before, or something silly. So I'm going to bring 3 wrenches down here with me, not a fucking one of them. Oh, it's going to be it. So I got me a little oil tray here and a 55-gallon drum. The oil that we're using, I actually priced a drum. I was like, shit, we do so many cars, so much stuff with oil, you know. Drums of oil are expensive. I think they run anywhere from about $350 to up to $1,000, different quality oil. Walmart, you know, they beat the prices off everybody. I got 2 boxes of oil over here. They're bags of oil. They don't come in the bottle. They're bags of oil, so you got to have your own quart, measure it out, quart jug, reuse an old oil container. But it's full synthetic SAW or SAE 5W30. From what I understand, you know, back when Walmart started their Supertech oil, they bought Pennzoil's. I think I might have read this. I don't know. That might be a lie, or somebody call me on it. They bought Pennzoil's distillery, or what they call it, a refinery distillery. We're in Kentucky. They bought Pennzoil's old refinery in Pennsylvania. Basically, their oil now. It's so basically full synthetic. The point is, I gave there's 12 quarts in that bag, and I gave $30 for the 12 quarts. Then you know, you go to AutoZone, synthetic oil of about any kind is running $5, $6, $7, all the way up to $12 a quart. I think Royal Purple or something. Ridiculously high. 12 quarts, $30. Walmart. Way to go. You know. Give me some rubber gloves. Nothing bad. Nothing. Actually, it's more like the mice and mint thing. You know, I put Vaseline in there to keep my hands soft for the wire. First thing I want to do before I drop down there, I want to take the oil cap off of it.
Why would you do that?
It gives you a little, you know how suction does in a sealed system. Yep, like a water jug. Yeah, it does in a sealed system. But like I said, we got the 13, 14, 15. Let's slide up under here and see if we can see the oil plug. So, Lebowski, you want to slide up under here? It's actually right here, Lebowski. Right here. On this side. Over here's the transmission. It looks like I got some either oil or transmission fluid leaking. The oil coming from every damn wire, so this is probably going to need an oil pan gasket. So here we got we'll get our oil pan right underneath that. You know, this will kind of have an arc on it. You don't want it directly underneath of it. I guess, you know, 2/3 underneath of it. And this looks like it's going to be a 15 or a 16. Like I said, I have seen them be a 16 before, and it's liable to even be a 17. Of course, you have to excuse my old man grunts. I fell on the fucking ice, like I said,
Right in front of my car.
Or a week ago. Yeah, out here working on cars, you know, being Billy Badass. Until I hit that damn ice.
I cringed.
Shoot, wait. So this time I'll get a 16 and a 17. Anybody think I should get an 18? I'm gonna grab an 18 too, since I'm here. Yeah, I fell right on my lower back when I landed. And it about broke me in half. Oh, I'll be damned. Is that an 18? That can't be an 18. Oh, it's not. I think it's 7.
It was just like, no damn way.
17 through and through. Okay, so lefty loosey, which is that way. Ugh. And it probably didn't need to be on that tight. I think these are supposed to have a little O-ring on them, and if they don't, I don't think it's a bad thing to have one. I don't. We'll have to look and see. Oh, they make a magnetic oil plug, and it catches any metal shavings or debris that happens to get in your motor. I mean, I was kind of interested in getting one. Ooh, look at that oil, boy. That is black. I think they're like $8. That might even be one. Hell, I don't know. Like I said, I was interested in getting one. But as the oil drains, I'm going to get out from underneath the here and set my oil plug down where I won't lose it, or more than likely will lose it. We need gloves off, so there you see why I wore the gloves. In all honesty, when I was a little younger, hell, it didn't matter. I would wash my hands in WD-40, you know, not realizing this, you know, shit is chemicals. Brake fluid, you know, any kind of fluids that we're coming into contact with here, you don't want the stuff on you, and if you do get it on you, you will wash it off. It's all corrosive. It's all bad for you. You sop that stuff up like a biscuit. You soak stuff up. You know, whatever chemicals you're putting on your body, it's getting in your skin. The quicker you can get them off, the better. So, best thing to do is not get them on you at all. We got the Fram Ultra Synthetic oil filter for this car. And it's got a 20,000 mile protection optimized for synthetic oil. The going rate on oil changes every 3,000 miles is what the norm, or I guess the common knowledge would be. BMWs have a 12-quart oil pan or something like that, something crazy. This one, not so much. I think it holds like 4 quarts. It might even be 3.8 quarts, or maybe that. I'm getting it mixed up with that KA24DE. Hell of an oil pump, hell of an oil system. Can go a lot longer than 3,000 miles. Now, to go longer than 3,000 miles in this car, they also do it on a time period too. 3,000 miles, 3 to 6 months. Definitely every year, you want to change your oil. You want to change it every year for sure. To run a little longer between oil changes, you want to use the better oil, ultra synthetic oil, Mobil 1. You know, I'm cheap oil. I use Walmart oil, but it's a good oil. And you also want to use a higher grade oil filter. I'm not saying this is a super high grade oil filter or anything, but it's definitely better than the Super Tech or whatever those are. You can get a K&N oil filter. You can get a lot better oil filters than these. I believe that you reuse these. When I say reuse them, you reuse them up to 20,000 miles, or you can. I don't know if they recommend that, or I'm not saying I recommend it, but I'm not saying I don't either. I've done a lot of things in a pinch. Oil changes are high, whether you do it yourself or you pay somebody to do it. You go to the Quick Lube, what are they, 25, 30 bucks? 30 bucks maybe?
I have no idea.
I haven't done it in so long. I'm assuming about that.
I've seen places do $58 to $60.
Well, that's what I was going to say. If that damn cheap, you know, and you can do it yourself. Like I said, I gave 30 bucks for 12 quarts, so I'm going to get a couple oil changes I did. Plus the better oil filters. I think those oil filters might have run $6 to $8 or something like that. What are we talking? 45 bucks for 2 oil changes. So yeah, you're probably paying. You know, that's doing it yourself. You know. That's going through the trouble. The thing I like about doing it myself, I'm looking for other stuff wrong. You know, my wife's vehicle, I'm not going to put my wife in something unsafe. I'm not going to drive something unsafe. I'm not going to haul my friends in something unsafe. As far as looks, you know, I think it's just, you know, I think it's funny. If people want to judge me by the type of car I drive, you know, they're not the kind of friends I want anyway, honestly. Maybe one day I'll be able to afford a nice car. Maybe I'll be able to afford one and not buy one still. Who knows? Time will tell, I guess. I might drive this for the rest of my life. My grandkids might drive it for the rest of their life, the way it's looking. So we're all dripped out now. Now I gotta find my oil filter. You have to forgive my backwoods redneck country accent. Shires. Yeah. I nicked the census, man. So before I get under there, I'll come over here to old trusty toolbox. Every generic tool you could think of. My favorite, well, these are the normal oil filter wrenches that have been around, I think, a long time. I've used them quite a few times. A lot of times people use impacts to put the oil filter on, and you just can't get that sucker. I've had to drive screwdrivers through them to get them off. But this is one of my favorite oil filter wrenches to have. I think I got it at Harbor Freight. Who knows, $5 less, I don't know. But it allows you to get a good grip and get that sucker to turn. Like I said, sometimes they like to put them on there really, really, really well. I mean, that's not cool. As far as preparation for this oil filter, I'll be filling it with oil and lubing the rubber ring around it with a little bit of oil. And that's to prime the filter. And you can also do that with Parker Seals, or other people I'm sure sells an O-ring grease. It's basically an O-ring. It's compression. Okay, so I need my light. Old trusty headlight. Probably needs new batteries. Nope. And we'll go up under here. Better put my gloves back on. You just gotta stay on, you Husky. And what's so great about these gloves is they're so damn expensive right now. And have been since the coronavirus hit, and we've already been in the coronavirus for a year, more than a year. I believe I was laid off a year ago due to the coronavirus. I hope everybody out there's doing well. I've been very fortunate. We were awfully worried about my grandma, like I'm sure everybody's been worried about their grandmas and their loved ones and their older family members. But she finally got her vaccine. She's already got her second round of vaccine. Not that I trust the vaccine fully to, keep her from contracting COVID, but one can't hope. So let me slide this guy out of the way. And I see it right here. Can you see it, Bowski? Roll on up in here. Just come on up under. But it's going to be right there. So I'm going to reach up in here and see if I can't crank that sucker off by hand, and I'm going to get lucky, and I am. Okay, Bowski, you probably want to get out from underneath it here. This is kind of hard to do without, slopping oil all over yourself, because it's still going to have oil in it, although I have drained the oil out of it. The oil filter tends to still hold oil, and of course it's going to go all over my exhaust. We'll wipe that exhaust off because, the exhaust gets hot, and it smokes up the oil, and it stinks, and gets on your windows. And not that I'm that worried about this car, but we're going to do the best we can with this car, and we'll see how it comes out in the end, however long that is. This will be a journey. It's a marathon for sure, not a race. We'll see what we can do with the old Aero Deck Accord. And see, this is going to have a damn good oil filter on it. I don't know if that's a Mobile 1 extended performance. And I don't know if you can see it, Bowski, and tell me if that can be reused. Not that I will reuse it, but I'd just like to know for future reference. I did run that oil change right there. This oil change is at 6,500. Some might call me a dumbass. Some might call me frugal. Some, it's never failed me. I had a LS1 Camaro back in, 2002. It actually told me when to change the oil. It had a little deal on it, and that's when I honestly started paying attention to that. When I first got it, that oil filter, if I put regular oil in it, it would seem to need an oil change quicker than if I put the higher grade oil and the higher grade oil filter in it. It wouldn't need an oil change as quickly. I'm talking 3,000 to 4,000 miles longer before the little oil light will come on and tell me that you need a damn oil change. So, yeah, whatever. questions, comments. Let me know what you guys think about how I do the oil changes. How long I go, whether it's good, bad, ugly. Lebowski, could you see on the side of that? That's a mobile one. Like I said, that's a mobile one extended performance. That might be a $10 oil filter. And and it protects for up to a year or 20,000 miles. So I'm gonna reuse this filter. I'll probably run one more oil change. No big deal. You know what I mean? And of course, we've labeled our oil filters, but if we get our oil filters mixed up. Yeah, so I'm gonna wipe this guy off a little bit. And I'm gonna put a little bit of oil. Crazy having oil on tap like this. 2021, you know, technology. Boy, no flying cars, but we got oil on tap, baby. I'm still upset about the no flying cars, as I'm sure everybody my age is. I might have to dump a little bit of that out, just because I don't want to dump it. Oh. And I'll take my oil plug with me. We'll get it back in there. Oil filter back on here real quick. Pull oil. So I don't let me know where my oil filter goes. Right.
Hey, it's telling you where it needs to be.
Okay.
Oh, great, the seizure light.
Yeah, right. See my little knobby knob? And always do your best under a car. There's always so much oil and rust and dirt that, but there's always so much oil and dirt and crap up under here. Will you slap that oil plug in there for me, Bowski? It's in the 17mm wrench. I'll always wear safety glasses. I wear glasses, so Bowski really should have on safety glasses. Looking up under here, you get rust in your eyes. I had a buddy lose some sight from well, it's rust, but it come from a wire wheel. But still, you know, all this shit falling down from above while you're trying to look up in there will just really get in your eyes. I'm just gonna hand tighten that a quarter turn after it's tight. The little pan plug, I'm gonna do the same thing. Just give it a little tighten. So while I'm down here, I'm just giving other stuff a little look over. Got oil all over it. I mean all over it. You can tell it needs an oil pan gasket. We're gonna be pulling this motor before too long. We got a little the re-gasket kit. So we're going to be re-gasketing this motor and opening it up and taking a look at all the some of the internals and see what kind of wear we've got, and if we need to do any repairs, we might rebuild the whole damn thing. Okay, so we're ready to pull out of here. I'm going to look up. You can use Google. I'm going to use my book over here to tell me what the oil capacity is. Sometimes you can look underneath the hood and it tells you what kind of oil and how much oil. This can usually get a lot of information from under the hood if they're still present. High mileage, max life, and this is a synthetic blend. I don't want that in my car, so we'll put it. Not that it's going to matter with our Super Tech, but whatever. I'm still going to dump it out and put it in my old lady's car because it's a 99 Cougar and Cougar's 4. Maybe you get 5 more horsepower. Maybe. You don't know. So what am I going to dump it in? I need something clean. But I just so happen to have some plastic pitchers that were donated by a company of mine. Not mine that I own, but a company that I work with. It's already got a little oil in it. Get the head on that oil. Again, I'm going to my book. I'm going to find how many quarts of oil. Well, guy, hey, just put your oil in there and check it on the dipstick. My car is sitting at an angle on jack stands, so it wouldn't get an accurate reading. We've already learned how to jack and tow motor oils, the lubricant formulated for use in engines. It normally contains a wide variety of additives to prevent corrosion and reduce foaming and wear. Oh, here we go. It's telling us we need 5W20. Oh, no. You can put it from 5. Oh, no. It's just saying that it comes in 5W20 to 20W50. Oh, you know what? It's going to be in tune-up and routine maintenance. So, I'm gonna find this elusive oil change here. Engine oil and oil filter change every 3,000 miles or 3 months. But this was in probably 1992. We'll go to old trusty Google.
4 quarts.
There you
According
go.
to Bob, is the oil guy. 4 quarts and the filter is attached vertically to the block at the back of the motor.
Well, I didn't ask all that, but I don't know if I should trust this Bob guy. Bob says that it's 4 quarts, so we're gonna go with what Bob says. Quart jug here. When I do oil changes, I also run additives, so it's actually not gonna be 4 quarts. So we'll get into that in just a second. So let's see if we can do this without getting oil everywhere. Valsky, would you get us a pan? Or no, hey, never mind. It'll drip in that pan down there. Oh, I'm gonna need a rag. Gonna need a rag. Technically, I guess a quart is gonna be up here at the 28 ounces. You wanna make sure you get that right, cause you know, I mean, what other way do I have to measure this crap? Oh, you know, I could probably do this better with a funnel. So before I use this funnel, I'll wipe it out with my dirty rag here. Now we might actually be able to keep an eye on it. Yeah. Let's see what we got here. So we'll take 1 quart over. Golden gold. Yeah, you seen how black that oil is. I'll get that sucker so clean that when you do oil changes, if you do them quick enough, the oil will still look good. Quart 2, that's how I roll. Ooh. Oops. Oh look, it's got a little place to rest your knob. Okay, so we got 2. Boom! Open that sucker. Wow. Oh, no! Oops. Half open. Alright, so we'll put this in. Has that air compressor just been constantly running the whole time? Hey, where's our fire extinguisher that goes out here? Right there. Alright, I got some additives over here on my additive shelf. There's a few products I like. I like Seafoam. I like Marvel Mystery Oil. I like Lucas Oil Stabilizer, but Supertech has come out with its oil stabilizer, and looking at it and seeing its performance. Remember the Lucas Oil Stabilizer back in the day? They had that little hand crank. They still might have them at some places. They had that little hand crank, and you could see the viscosity of the oil, how thick it was, you know, going, hose was sticking to your gears. Walmart's configuration, and we're talking about a difference of, $3, $4, $5. An oil stabilizer, I guess we could say, tell you what it does. You're supposed to add a quart of it, or you're supposed to use 20% of your engine's oil capacity. A 5 quart capacity, you use 1 quart. So we'll use 3/4 quart or so. And a little bit of Marvel Mystery Oil. Marvel Mystery Oil can be used in your oil. It can also be used in your gasoline. I'm not sure. It might be able to be used in your power steering. Hell, I don't know. This looks like this is going to empty my bottle of oil. Oh yeah, baby. I could probably let this thing sit upside down and get every good last drop out of this stuff. Done it good. Alright, now, I think this one from the $8.98 at Walmart, as opposed to, I think Lucas's runs 12. Marvel Mystery Oil will give you the directions here. In fuel, you run 4 ounces, it treats 10 gallons. In oil, you can replace up to 20% of your oil. It's amazing, the oil stabilizer has a really, really thick viscosity, I guess you would call it, really thick. And this Marvel Mystery Oil is super, super thin. You would think that the Marvel Mystery Oil you wouldn't be able to run that much in it, but it says you can. Trust half of what I hear and none of what I see. Or maybe the other way around. I don't hear this thing fizzing or nothing. It might blow up, so it must not be like mixing bleach and ammonia. Yeah, let's drop an Alka-Seltzer in that and see what it does. But I only did about a little bit of half a quart, maybe 3/4 of a quart. So we'll go on and top this quart off, and this will be our 4th quart. Well, I don't guess I'll be getting any more out of that one. And we'll have the oil change on the Honda done. Almost done. We'll have to fire it up and listen and check for oil pressure and see if we got any leaks, which we know we do, but none caused by us. So I figured it'd be a good night to get a few things done and get a few videos done for you guys and try to get us some content and hopefully be helpful to somebody who, like me, stick. See just where it's at. We might need a little bit in there. And it looks like it's reading right on the money on our 2nd hole. So we're in good shape. So we'll get this one out. We'll get the Cougar in here and get started on it next.
It's good to go. Pull her on out.
That vacuum, I'll probably vacuum no ways far out. Alright, so again, taking this thing off the jack stands is a reverse of the procedure of lifting it up. Only this time, honestly, I'm going to go straight up underneath of it. Some people will probably say, no, it's wrong. I've jacked it up here before, it's going to be okay. Stick. See just where it's at. We might need a little bit in there. And it looks like it's reading right on the money on our 2nd hole. So we're in good shape. So we'll get this one out. We'll get the Cougar in here and get started on it next. Sweet, sweet honey, motor honey, petroleum. Black gold, Texas tea.